get what we deserve. Oh, we get what we deserve. And
Sense is a conceptual vision of the future of infant incubators and the world of neonatal care. It attempts to place the viewer in the perspective of a premature infant, surrounding them with the sights and sounds of such an environment. In Europe, infants can be viable from the 24th week. Naturally, these children are born in a very fragile and precarious state. Of course, the health and safety of these delicate lives is the priority. But what of their surroundings and experience? A cold and sterile enclosure, filled with the sounds of alarms and other loud machinery? Enclosed by hard plastic and saturated with bright artificial lights, the smell of sterilant rather than that of your mother. Not to mention the obtrusive replacement of IVs, monitoring wires, and other devices on a daily basis. This is in stark contrast to the natural process, enveloped in their mother's organs, largely shielded from outside stimuli so that it may rest, allowing the body and mind to develop into a strong infant, ready to face the external world. It is not hard to imagine how disruptive this can be to a child's physical, but particularly mental development. There is substantial scientific literature demonstrating a link between time spent in an incubator and later cognitive developmental issues, such as concentration deficits and diminished bonding with their caregivers, amongst others. These infants deserve to have the same chances in life as infants who had a healthy birth. Rebekka Strenk has envisioned numerous solutions to mitigate these side effects of premature birth. To shape the experience of the infant in an incubator by creating an artificial external womb, where the premature child is afforded the protection of the womb and, at the same time, the experience of a child carried to term. The natural bonding process is facilitated, allowing them to hear and feel the parent's voice, to sense their heartbeat and even their body smell. During her research, she realized that there is often a great resistance to substantial change, particularly when an established technology achieves its primary goal, and where lives are on the line. But complacency prevents progress, and while the primary and laudable goal of preserving the infant's life has been achieved, so much more can be done to give these fragile individuals the best possible start to life. Therefore, she has developed a toolbox to prepare people for this new concept. In a playful way, they will start thinking about the meaning of an infant incubator and the needs of a young child. By triggering the senses, one begins to envision the design process from the perspective of the needs of the infant, and from there, developing the technologies to create a translation of the natural environment rather than caring strictly for the physiological needs of the child. Designing from the inside out instead of just on the outside.